Hello, I'm Bryce Morrison. He's Zachary Morrison. Here's a good friend of ours, Andrew Franklin. And today I'm gonna talk about Utah's schedule. Andrew's gonna talk about BYU's schedule, and Zach's gonna talk about who who the Big 12 games should be in the rivalry weekend. And Andrew wanted to do I call game, so pick a number 1 through 38, Andrew.
34.
34. Oh, it's the Cavs. One.
All right.
Who's the home team?
Cavs and the T-Wolves.
Oh, I know. Oh, yeah.
Dang. What year?
2018. Well,
2018.
yeah, 2018, because it was right before the trade deadline.
Yeah, and it was the first year of the Nike
Oh,
jerseys.
I see a Heat player right here.
Regular
Disgusting.
season.
Coaches.
Tyronn Lue.
Timberwolves.
Thibodeau.
That's what I think it is.
But it's not him. I got no idea. Okay. LeBron.
LeBron.
Isaiah Thomas.
This is Isaiah Thomas.
Tristan Thompson. Kevin Love, if he wasn't hurt.
Wasn't he hurt a lot this year?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was. Who else was Derrick Rose? Did Wade play in that game?
I think he did. No.
Nope. Who else did we trade that year?
Richard Jefferson, I believe.
Yeah, Richard Jefferson.
Jay Crowder.
Yeah, Crowder.
Heat legend right there.
Oh my gosh.
Who else was?
J.R. Smith.
Yeah. How did I forget that? That's embarrassing.
It's your favorite
You have
player.
so many J.R. Smith jerseys, man. How could you forget your man, your
Do I
boy?
go to the Timberwolves?
Yeah. So you got Jimmy Buckets.
How did I misspell Butler?
Did you put 2 T's?
He's literally my favorite player.
3 Towns.
Yeah, Towns.
Oh man.
You want to see the picture?
Oh, Jeff T.
The picture did not help. It's just LeBron.
Hey, any picture of LeBron's a good picture.
That's true.
Our king like that, Bryce.
I don't know.
So
Jarrett
just
Culver?
Who?
Jarrett Culver.
He was on that team. Oops, Jarrett.
Yeah.
No, because he was in
The 2019. That's what I thought.
Yeah.
Just submit it.
Yeah, submit it.
See who you missed.
Oh, Jetty, Jeff Green, Corver, and Fry. Oh, Wiggins.
Hey, you missed Wiggins still.
Yeah, and you were just dogging on me for missing Wiggins. What the heck, man?
No, it was just funny because you missed Wiggins, but you got all the other Warriors players, and that was one of the obvious ones.
Yeah. So now, yeah. Oh, yeah, there's one more thing. Who had the last shot?
LeBron.
Yeah, from full court pass. Was it from Jeff Green?
55.
Yes. Yep.
Oh, game winner. So, yeah, now I'm going to talk about Utah's schedule. Okay, Utah's schedule is pretty funny. We have 10 Big 12 games, but only 9 will count towards the conference. So we're first off going to, well, we're facing Southern Utah, which should be a win in theory.
L.
Then we're
Loss.
playing Baylor.
Loss.
Then we're playing the Battle of the Brothers in Utah State. That's
Loss.
what that. Then we're playing Oklahoma State.
Loss.
We're gonna get revenge on Arizona.
Loss.
Then we're playing the Sun Devils.
Loss.
We're playing the Horned Frogs, which we should win.
Win.
Then we're playing Houston, which I think will also be a win there. And here's the easiest win of the year in BYU. Then we're playing Colorado, then Iowa State, then UCF. I want to say there's two problems with the schedule. One, this game's not last, or two, this game ain't last.
Well, here's my thoughts on the game not being last. I like it not being last because, one, you get more eyes on the game because it's like the only other game that week that might compete with it.
Well, this is a Friday game. Oh, is it? Are you talking about this?
Yeah,
week?
I'm talking BYU game.
Okay.
And both teams have a bye week, which will be nice. So there's 2 full weeks of smack talk.
True.
I kind of like it.
But do you wish it was last though?
I think it would have been fun if it was last, but I like that they did it this way, honestly.
But yeah, BYU wasn't last. I don't understand why Colorado ain't last though. Because we've been playing Colorado last for a while at this point. But UCF, my NFL team hates teams in this area, and I hate teams. And then we're playing that. So yeah, now talk about your BYU schedule. Right here.
Because I got Southern Illinois, and then go to SMU, their first year in the
Atlantic Coast Conference.
Yeah, the ACC. Then Wyoming, and then Kansas State. Will be hard. Baylor, that'll be difficult, but it'll be a Gary Bohannon revenge game if he wins the starting job. But Arizona at home, I think helps.
But they are a tough team.
Yeah, I would have had Arizona winning the Big 12 if they didn't lose their coach.
That does hurt.
So a lot of question marks there, but I still think that'd be all right. Oklahoma State, then UCF, then at Utah, then at home at Kansas. That was a good game last year, so that should be fun. And then Arizona State.
Then your last game.
Oh, and then Houston, yeah. Which I don't get that one either, but.
So yeah, Zach's gonna talk about who the rivalry should be in the Big 12.
So if they wanted to go based on how it is in pretty much every other conference in college football, they did get it right with having Arizona State, but they'd have Cincinnati, West Virginia, 2 former Big East rivals. They'd have them. I think they got it right with Colorado, Oklahoma State, but they should have Kansas State, and then they should have the 4 Texas teams playing each other. I have Baylor versus TCU mainly just because of 2014, and then Houston versus Texas Tech.
Yeah,
and
I can see.
You just got to throw in Iowa State and UCF, but Iowa State always plays their true rival, Iowa, in non-conference play anyways. So that week doesn't really matter that much to Iowa State. They care if they beat the Hawkeyes.
Yeah. So, yeah, I'm going to talk about who I think will be in the 12-team tournament. If you two want to do that too, go ahead. So I'm going to start off by saying who I think will win each of the Power 4 conferences. I think Georgia will win. I think Oregon will win. And I think Texas will win. And I think Utah will win. And the one non-power or 4 conference team that I think will make the playoffs is Boise State. They'll be they were really good last year, and I think it will continue this year. I believe they kept their quarterback.
No, they got
No.
they got Taylor Green. I mean,
That's
not
right.
Taylor. They got
No, they
Malachi Nelson.
That's right. Which I thought he
Taylor.
would be. Yeah.
no, I
And
think he's
now,
fair because he just has to be the best best champion group of five. Mountain West usually has a good shot at that. They have a good record. They'll be in the playoffs, and if he is as promised, they'll have a chance to win a game, maybe two. They're not going to win the national championship, but it will add more focus and pressure or national attention to Boise State and the Mountain West. Maybe they're going to try fill that void of that fifth Power Five conference that is dissolving with the Pac-12.
When they had
by the way, I accidentally said Texas. I meant Clemson will win the ACC.
they had a really good recruiting class too. Boise State did. So
Yes, they did.
if not this year, then definitely within the next 3 years they'll make it. I think.
Yeah.
And for the 7 other teams, I think Alabama, they got a coach that just lost in the national championship. He's going to come out with revenge. And they kept their quarterback. Yes, they're losing a lot on the defensive side, but they always have great recruits on defense. And they lost
center too.
Yeah, they are losing some of their offensive linemen.
I think Ole Miss also sneaks in from the SEC.
Yeah, I was just about to say Ole Miss right next. You just read my mind.
Oh yeah.
Ole Miss. Yeah, they looked good at the end of last year. They didn't have a hot start, but they ended off really well. Next, I think Notre Dame sneaks in personally. Like Notre Dame, the reason I say Notre Dame is they tend to be up there in the top 12 every year. They just tend to fade off potentially at the end, but I just think they have a really easy schedule this year.
They got Riley Leonard. Right?
Yeah.
Because I know they're not going to Hartman.
Yeah, and next I have to say Michigan. They're the defending champs. You can't knock them off so far. Yes, they lost their coach, but the coach that's replacing him won against Ohio State and other teams. Next, I have Kansas State. Kansas State also looked well at last year. I think that they will do good. They might be undefeated until they play Utah in the conference championship game.
Who's their quarterback? Because Will Howard's going.
Yeah. They're not the best in their state, Bryce.
Let's see. Oh well. Yeah. Kansas State. Next, I have Penn State. Penn State was good last year. I just personally think that their quarterback's going to get another year of experience. And yes, they are losing that top ranked defensive player in the draft this year, but they're not really losing. Yes, they're also losing Kalen King, but other than that, they're not really losing much. I think they're going to go back to beating. I wouldn't be surprised if they destroy Ohio State this year.
No, they're losing their top tackle, and we're keeping Dewey Molow. We're keeping Jack Sawyer, Tyleek Williams. If they don't fortify the edge, they're gonna get destroyed. But they'll probably figure it out. It's just I don't think the Ohio State elite.
They added Julian Fleming.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got Fleming. Yeah. And Fleming might want revenge on Ohio State.
Yeah, but it's hard for a wide receiver to make that big of a difference.
He didn't play good enough to make a difference.
Jamar Chase made a big difference with the Bengals.
No, that was Burrow.
Does any of you two want to say who your top 12 will be?
Yeah.
Yeah, go for it, Zach.
So the top four Power Five conference champions would be Ohio State. I say Texas wins it with them bringing back their quarterback and Quinn Ewers. Arizona, I know they're losing their quarterback, but I mean their coach, but I think they'll be able to win the Big 12. It I don't really see the Big 12 being that strong, and with what they're keeping, I think they'll be able to win. And then I have Clemson. They're keeping their quarterback, Cade Klum. They were doing good stretch. Um, I think that they'll be able to be the top ACC team. And then my fifth Power Five conference champion that will make it would be Boise State. And then the teams that I have making it through an at-large bid are Ole Miss, Penn State, Oregon, Missouri, Alabama, and Kansas.
Okay. See it.
Who do you got, Andrew?
For conferences, I got Ohio State, obviously. In the ACC, I got NC State. I think they're gonna surprise some people this year.
Oh, are they keeping Plummer?
Think so. And
Yeah, I think you're right.
yeah, their offensive line is
That's
gonna be really good.
I'm saying. I wasn't sure if they were keeping Plummer or not, but I think it could go either way. But
Yeah, I think that'll be the title game at least. And then I think Texas wins the Big 12. I think
They're in the SEC.
oh yeah, duh. I think sorry, Ole Miss wins the SEC. As far as Big 12 goes, I think it's very wide open. I think you've got
Do you want
four
to mention the team?
four teams that could win. I think Utah finishes last. I'm just kidding. Utah can definitely be in that conversation. I think
Rising return to form.
Yeah.
I think
play
Kansas.
Weeks, we're going to be last.
Hey, it can't be worse than Brewer.
Yeah, that's true. I think Kansas makes a run for it. I think Colorado could. Yeah, so I mean, really, Kansas, Utah, Colorado,
Arizona potentially.
maybe Arizona, definitely, and even Arizona State, I think, might finish like fifth or sixth.
Which is an improvement for them.
Yeah. But yeah, that's who I got for the conferences. I didn't do the other teams, so
But I'm assuming you're going to say Boise State, though.
yeah, Boise State for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's been nice video, guys. Peace.